Hi, my name is Katie and my channel is It Just Me? And something I've been following is the different, basically in the UE countries, there's a lot of strikes that are happening with the farmers. So that brings me back to where I live, which is the United States. And so I was like, well, what's going on with us? So a place I started just because I was like, well, I was curious to see what the jobs report would say regarding if there has been an increase on payroll jobs in farmers. I could not find it. There was 42 pages of it, and it breaks everything down from your ethnicity to whether you are single or married, your different age brackets, different types of jobs you're in. But it's 42 pages of like all these different little breakdowns and stuff like that, and different, how they classify things. So I ended up thinking, okay, maybe I'm missing it. It's 42 pages. I'm not great. Like, I'm kind of scanning and looking for the highlights. And so I'm like, I'm just going to ask ChatGPT and see if it can route me to that information to see if the farming payroll has increased. Basically, ChatGPT says it's not really on that report. Now, I go into Google and I just search, why are farmers not included in this report? I found this article by Samantha I don't know, it's Delouya. I'm going to like butcher it, right? It's with CNN. And this is what it says, which I find very interesting. Many farm workers are seasonal, but why does this key employment report only tally non-farm payrolls? And this is in reference to the jobs report. The most straightforward answer is that accurately accounting for farmers would be both too difficult and too expensive. The BLS says the U.S. government relies on administrative records from the Office of Unemployment Insurance to determine payroll data for its monthly job reports. That means workers not covered under the government's unemployment insurance system, which pays benefits to workers who have lost their jobs, won't be counted. Farm work is highly seasonal and is frequently family business oriented or informal work, meaning that many of the industry's employees are not traditionally covered by the UI benefits, according to Erica Goshen, a former head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics. As a result, obtaining an accurate count would be a formidable task. Doing the seasonal adjustments would be very challenging, and the sample sizes would be very small because it's not really large part of our overall employment, she said. So it would be expensive and the quality probably wouldn't be that great. Who is counting the farmers? However, despite the non-farm, a growing share of farm workers do report to the BSL report. As the farmer industry consolidates and smaller family-owned farms make way for corporate farming giants with an increased focus on automation, more of those workers have become eligible for unemployment insurance. The ones who are in these incorporated large farming communities, such as the people who maintain the machinery and do programming or forecasting, these folks are counted. So something that really scared me, because that's kind of what's been happening in the UE, right? Is they're talking about the fact that, carbon emissions is a huge focus, and, and basically we really need to reduce our farming. The thing that concerns me the most is when they sit there and they say that basically, you're looking at, where was it? I'm sorry. Corporate farming, family-owned farms make way for corporate farming giants. So I guess eventually, if this continues, we will start to see those numbers on the job report. And that is probably not a good thing. We have enough of corporations running everything. Do we really want them running our food? And if anybody does their research to look at farming, basically it's not necessarily farming that is doing it. It's the fact that we're impacting these cattle and these chickens. Basically, it's the corporations that have come in, are huge, multi-million-dollar systems have come in. And if you look at what they've done, cattle are on top of cattle, pigs are on top of pigs, chickens are on top of chickens, and it's gross. And that is what is causing issues in the environment. So if we get back to the basic fundamentals of farming and allow farmers to be farmers, I think we would be better off. I don't know that we want all of our food sources wrapped up in corporations and in government control.